Hi everyone, I'm coming on to do another card. Paper crafting's kind of overtook my life recently. Still love working with fabric, still love my altered art, but this just seems to be my thing at the moment. Um, because I'm in quite a bit of pain at the moment, I don't have a great deal of power in my hand, especially my left hand. Um, I'm finding it really, really painful to work with a lot. So card paper is a lot lighter to work with than fabric or anything too heavy. So this card, I got the idea from Dawn's Stamping Thoughts. It is not a replication by any means, but the idea behind it was from her channel. She had a card that was a similar theory of this, where she had a space in the card. Hers was that way, and she had a tag over this side with some trees and the word peace. Um, so it was a similar theory, but I put my own spin on it. So I have went ahead and die cut what we need for this, so I'm not having to pull my big shot out. I have also stamped the tree for this one. And if I show you up close, you'll see that there's a holographic foiled paper behind this card. This one here, I have added the Diamantes to just give it that wee extra something. And then we have got the corrugated card in the back. I've also used the corrugated card on the sentiment. I could have easily just put the sentiment at the bottom here, but I wanted it just to step out a wee bit extra. So, and it sits up absolutely perfectly. There's no problem. The inside of this one, I have strengthened it with a baton using this brown, goldy, bronzy colour. It's kind of paralysed paper. Well, it's card, because the corrugation in this meant it was trying to fold out. There wasn't enough support in it. So I backed it. But with this one, I'll probably back it with some white card, just so it's a bit more in keeping with what we're doing. So, as I said, I've done quite a lot of the prep. The stamps and the tree stamp, the die, and the little star all came from the Perfect Pines framelit dies. The stamp for this one came from Peaceful Pines. Now you can buy them as a, can you buy them as a bundle? Can't remember. I think you can buy them as a bundle. Wait, I'll just check. Because I would hate to say you can and then you can't. The reason I actually bought this is because there's a pine tree in the Foxy Friends die that cuts out with the framelits. So that was why I wanted it. Right, let me see. Peaceful Pines. Let's see if we can find it. Peaceful. Peaceful. Peaceful Pines, page 28. No, you can't buy it in a bundle. The trees are £23, Peaceful Pines, and that's the collection that you get there. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different tree stamps. Then you get the wee poet, the little sentiment. You get these little bauble die stamps. You get the star, another little bauble, a little snowflake, and a little present. And as I said, it works alongside the framelit dies And the Foxy Friends one, you also get, let's see if I can find that, because there's a die in that, stamp in that you can also use with, I just need to find it. One of these ones that when I'm looking for it, I can never blooming find it. There it is there. So there's 2 trees in this one that you can use your framelit dies with as well. So the tree that I stamped was this one here, and I think it's the prettiest one. For me anyway, it looks the most realistic of a tree. It's just gorgeous. And I didn't want to foil it or glitter it or anything like that. I wanted to keep it really, really basic. So, oops, Jaden's been in my room. I've got sticky stuff on my desk. Right, so, card blank. Now, for this one, I took my card to the 3-inch line here at the crease, and I cut the section off, okay? Then I went back in and I went to the 1.5 inch and cut that off. So I'm going to have a 1.5 inch space in between, okay? So it's going to look like that. There. Which is just perfect. So we'll get to assembling. Now, for this one I'm going to use my ATG just for quickness, but when I done the other one I used PVA because it will hold longer. But if this starts to come a bit loose or plays up, I can go back in with some, oops, some hair on that because it was lying down. I can go back in with some PVA, it's not a problem. Just add 2 wee strips on each side and we'll see how we go. Oh, oops, I have got hair falling out all over. Stress, stress, stress. Biggest killer in the UK. Right, so I am going to go in around here, I think. Let's see if I can line it up reasonably straight. Now the die that I use for this is a Nelly's Snellen framelit die. They're not expensive, I think they're about £6 and you get 7 or 8 dies in it or something like that. So I'm going to go in with another little bit of adhesive on the back of this part of the card to make sure it sits down properly. There we go. Then line up this side, corner, corner, and then I'm just pressing this part down here. Okay, and you'll see what I mean by it not being, because the card isn't straight, it's too flexible for me. So I am going to put a little strip on the back there just to support it a little bit. Let me see, I've got cardstock nearby. That's too flimsy. La, 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 la. Part here. might work. Right, so I'm just going to put a wee panel of that on the back of it. I'll just chop off these score lines. I've just took this out my scrap box at the side of me. Take out those score lines. Let's see, too wide. Take a little bit off. That's better. And with this one, I'm just going to put the ATG all around the back of it. Because it's only for support, it's not main feature of the card. There we go. And it just gives that a little bit more rigidness. So I like that. That's good. Just going to burnish this a little bit more. These were pre-bought cards that I got a few years back, and I've still got a few of them left. So this is just a nice way of using them up. Don't throw away this scrap. You can use this for die cutting your word and your little star. Right, so to put our card together, what you do is you take your gold card. Now this can be any colour of card. Holographic, glitter, they'll all work really well. And you put it over the top of your white tree die. Now the white tree die, it's the largest one. Oops, that's not the largest one, it's the largest. You die cut that first in white. Then what I done is you put it back through on the gold, and with the white one that you've die cut, put that over the top. And this is get little holes in the back of it, and that's what makes the puncture marks. So by the time you've run through twice, you will have your white with the holes and your gold. And we just adhere them together, okay? And you can see through the gold shimmering, which I think's pretty. Now you could, if you wished, use a different coloured card. I prefer the white because I was using the white on here. So again, I'm just going to use my Quickie glue pen just for speed. It's not my Quickie glue pen, it's my Sailor True. Same thing though, it does the exact same job. All I'm doing is just a few wee spots here and there. Oops. This is a brilliant adhesive, I love it. Now, if you wait until that gets a bit tacky, it's easier to work with. But I've not really got time for that since I'm doing it on video. So I'm just going to layer them up. And then just slide it into your hand and position it one over the other. And they are die cut so they're exactly the same size. There's no need for guesswork or having to trim bits off. They are exactly the same. Okay. So just put them together as best you can. Okay. Then what we'll do is I have got my star cut out. Little spot at the top. And I prefer my star with the point going up the way. I know some people think I'm absolutely mental, but if I see a star, it's got to be the right way. If it's off, it would annoy me. So that's my first tree. Done and dusted. Didn't take as long. So that will be going on there on dimensionals. Then for this one, we're just going to jazz it up a wee bit. So I have got here some rhinestones, and they're from Dovecraft, I believe. Don't know what I've done with the paper. Ah, it's Christmas Basics from Dovecraft, but Stampin' Up! Do rhinestones as well. Right, so up the top I put one of the larger ones, just to act as our star type thing. Oops, want to stick off kilter. Can't be doing with that. There we go. And then I just kind of randomly put these on. Whoops, sticking to the other side. Just at the points, kind of. Oops. Sorry, I'm still a bit snuffly, but needs must and whatnot. I'm going to just move that slightly in a wee bit so it's not perfect. Then we'll have that one right down on the point. And this one right down. In fact, that one will be covered slightly, so we'll put it in a wee bit. And then we just put a few random ones here and there. If you don't have rhinestones, liquid pearls, stickles, glitter glue, anything that's going to give you a wee bit of shimmer will do fine. And I'll just add one more just up above that, and then we're done. And it doesn't need to be clear or silver. You could use any colour. Right, so that's that tree done. Now this one I'm going to put up on dimensionals. In fact, I'll turn it around to you so you can see it a bit better. So I'm going to use a long one up here, and I'll use another one down there, and another one at the other side. Right, and then just take the backing off it. Come on, you. Away. Right. So I'm going to position that just around here and just press it on. Then for this one, I'm just going to use the PVA because it's quicker. Now, when I'm putting on PVA, I will just use this wee pokey tool. It's an old one. It's all stainless steel, so it cleans up really, really quickly. Just put a wee dollop on the end. Smoosh a little bit there. And that's basically it. There's no anything difficult about it. And just clean my wee pokey tool off. Lift my wee tree. And this will be getting kind of tucked in behind the one that's propped up. So just about there, okay? Like that. Then we have got our little sentiment and our little word. And it doesn't fit perfectly, but if you will see, it fits enough for it to make that tiny wee bit of statement there. So I'm going to just turn this around quickly. This is going on with dimensionals. So I'm just taking 2 of these, one at that side, one at that side. And I'll just move it up a wee bit, just to there. And then on the back of this, I'm going to use my 2-way and just little spots here and there. Don't need loads. It's not as if we're sticking wallpaper on, it's a tiny wee sentiment. Okay. I've added a wee bit too far down there, I need to go up a wee bit, that's it. Then we just turn it over and line it up where we can, there, and place it down. And remember, it's on corrugated, so it is going to take a wee minute for the adhesive to become tacky and to stick, but that seems okay. And to finish it off, I just took one of these wee rhinestones and stuck it on the end there, just to tie it all in. And we've ended up with that, which I think is a really pretty card. It's not overly decorated. You could go over with it. You could add different bits of colour into your tree. There is a stamp that has got lights on it. You could easily add your lights instead of the bauble trim thing. You could add your rhinestones round the side here instead of on the tree. It's completely up to you. I just took the idea from Dawn Stamped Idea, or Dawn Stamped Thought, sorry, and turned it to myself. So I think you'll see that both of these are very similar, and if you were to buy them outside in a shop, they would be more expensive than what we can make them for. And as you'll see, the space between them is identical, which makes it look shop bought. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you will have a wee go. The shape of the card doesn't matter. The shape of this tag, square, it could be a circle, it could be anything. Just use the idea, the techniques that I've shown you, and make your own interpretation of it, like I have done with Dawn's. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now.